Put the mic right there. Hope it's not too distracting for you guys on TikTok. All right, so what's going on, everyone on YouTube? Hope you guys can hear me. I am live right now on TikTok, right? And then we decided that we would also go live on YouTube as well. So what's going on, guys? So in today's live, all right, we're going to be going over all of my moves within the index market, right? So we're going to be going over US30, we're going to be going over SNP500, and we're also going to be going over NAS100. Now, this may be blocking TikTok's view, so I'm going to put this over here. That may be a little better. Is that better for you guys on TikTok? All good? Perfect. Perfect. There we go. So what's going on, guys? Like I said, we're going to be going over all of our positions taken today within the index markets. We have 3 different positions taken. All of these positions were called out live on TikTok. So if you did not watch the TikTok live from this morning, what are you doing? I'm not sure, but you should check it out. All right, turn on my notifications because gems are always dropped on these lives, right? And for those traders who did take this position based on our previous live from this morning, if you did take these positions, send me your profits. And we'll be doing the same thing tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, I'll just give you guys a hint. Tomorrow I'm looking for buys on NASDAQ, US30, and S&P, right? We will still take sells if sells set up, but we're looking for buys for tomorrow, and I'll explain on this live why, okay? So for those of you guys on YouTube, if you're watching the YouTube live, okay, feel free to tune into TikTok during the day, right? Because we drop these trades for you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, starting with NASDAQ 100. We'll start with the NASDAQ 100 because this is the position that is producing the most profit for me personally right now. Can I show you guys? I want to show you guys the screenshot of me in this trade. Hold on one second. I have to switch. Okay, let me pull this up for you guys. All right, and then I'll bring you guys around. All right, so everyone on TikTok, you guys should be able to see this. Everyone on TikTok should be able to see this, and then those of you on YouTube, you guys will be able to see this in just a second. Give me 1 second. All right, so I'm essentially going to show you guys the screenshots of me actually in the trades themselves. So this is SPX 500. Okay, my entry was within this bearish M15 candle here. All right, that's where my entry was. This is my target here, which I'll explain why. All right. Here on US30, right? This is my position. Not a lot of momentum off of US30 just yet, right? As we can see, not a lot of momentum at all. All right, but we'll check that out. And then this is the NASDAQ 100. All right. Also entry taken during this M15 candle here. US30 entry taken during this M15 candle here. SPX entry taken during this M15 candle here. So we barely had any drawdown on these trades. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and go over them. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay. So as you guys know, S&P is my favorite market to trade by far. Right now I'm talking to those of you guys on YouTube. For some reason, my TikTok is glitching up a little bit. I think it's because most of the people on my team right now are recording, and I am as well. And so it's definitely pulling a lot of bandwidth, but it's all good. I hope I'm not too choppy on YouTube. Let's see. Well, it says we haven't dropped any frames, so we should be good on YouTube. All right, so let's start with the NASDAQ 100. Okay, what did I talk about this morning? Let's first go through that. Why was that my bias? Why was I looking for a potential reversal off the daily high? Let's go through the logic of this trade so you guys can understand a little more, okay? And then hopefully start to catch these types of moves on your own, right? That's the goal here. So US 100, all right? Now this is going to be the top 100 tech, okay, companies in the US, okay? US 100 moves very, very differently from the S&P market in US 30, okay? But it provides excellent returns when you do get into some of these trades, right? Now, first we have to start on the daily time frame. Okay, we absolutely have to start on the daily time frame. Without starting on the daily time frame, you don't know what your bias is. You don't know whether or not buys or sells are going to be, high or low probability. So starting on the daily time frame, right? What we're looking at is we have a controlling swing high here, failed swing low here, right? We have a swing low that just finished printing, okay, which is here. It was just confirmed, okay? It is an inside bar, all right? But imagine we don't see this candle just yet, all right? Because this candle just opened up about 3.5 hours ago, okay? So imagine you're just looking at this candle here. What's in control is this swing high, okay? This is the controlling swing high. Now, we've gone through this. We've gone over this on TikTok a bunch, okay? And we've also gone over it on YouTube, all right? If you guys do want to, get this type of content, feel free to follow me on TikTok, all right? And thank you to everyone dropping likes on the TikTok. Greatly appreciate it, all right? So the controlling high, swing high, which is here, is the last strong piece of controlling movement, right? As it relates to the daily time frame on the NASDAQ 100. This was a failed swing low here, all right? Price took that out. This is a newly formed swing low here, right? That was just confirmed 3.5 hours ago, right? So when we're looking at this push to the downside, what should be going through your head is the fact that this is the last controlling high and we should be looking for shorts, right? That's how you should always find your daily bias first. Then you move into your macro day trading time frames, right? So now that we understand that taking sells, okay, is going to be high probability, all right? When we see that we have a bullish candle forming, let's go ahead and take this off really quick. When we see that we have a bullish candle forming, right? When we were live on TikTok, for those of you guys that joined in on our TikTok live around lunchtime, around noon today, right? Those of you who joined in on our live, we talked about this. This candle here did not have a wick yet. This was just a bullish candle. And what did I tell you guys? I told you guys, look for buy side sweeps of liquidity and sell the daily high after you see the buy side sweep of liquidity. So we're going to get into that buy side sweep of liquidity. We're going to get into all of that, right? But for those of you guys who want this type of information, if you want to stay ahead of the market, follow the TikTok, because we don't trade any type of retail trading style. No. We don't do any of that. We trade the price delivery algorithm. We trade the algorithm that delivers price, and it moves based on liquidity. And if you understand liquidity, you're going to take these trades every single day and you're going to produce results, which I'm going to show you guys, right? So let's go to the M15 time frame, okay? After we work our way from the daily, we understand the daily bias. Next is going to be the M15. Okay, this is 12 o'clock right here. We got off of TikTok live at 1300 hours, which is 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right? That's when I told you guys I would look for a sweep of a swing high and a reaction, and I will look for shorts. This is exactly what happened. Check this out. Right? So we're going to zoom in for TikTok, YouTube. I know you guys can see it. So let's go over this trade here. Now, we continued bullish. We did have a sweep of this swing high here, as you guys can see, right? But price just continued to push through it, right? We had no reaction on the lower time frame, so there was no reason for us to take this trade or get into the market, right? Price continued to move to the upside. Another swing high forms, right? Exactly what we talked about. Another swing high forms, and what does price do? Price pushes to the downside just a little bit, sweeps this buy side liquidity. This here is buy side liquidity, right? This right here, if you understand the information that I'm going over, let me know in the comments. Am I making sense? Do you guys understand what liquidity is? Do we understand what liquidity is? Let me know if we understand liquidity. This right here is buy side liquidity. And what did price do? Price swept it. Now, when price sweeps buy side liquidity, right? We're looking for a reaction on our micro time frames. If you are looking at day trading, okay, your M15 time frame is going to be, or should be, your macro. Your entry time frames should be such as the M5, the M2, right? The M1 time frame. Those should be your entry time frames. So let's go to the M5 time frame. Okay? Based on my entry method, okay, based on how I take these trades, okay? No M5 entry. It just didn't set up. And that's okay, right? We have more than one entry time frame. Do you guys see this right here? It says select layout. You guys see how it's 3 boxes? This is not really, I don't trade off of one screen. This is usually how I trade, right? I usually have 3 screens open, right? I usually have my M2 time frame here, my M15 time frame here, and my M5 time frame here. And then once I understand that we have swept liquidity and we're reacting, I change this screen here to the M1, and then I'll have the M1, M2, and M5. And then I'm just waiting on my entry at that point. That's exactly what I did today, right? So let's get back to it. That was the M5 here, right? Now, if you do have any questions on how I specifically take these trades, what my entry model looks like, anything like that, right? You can find all of that information within the index trading course, right? MacTradingAcademy.com. We're verified by Google, so all you have to do is type in Mac Trading Academy, and we're literally the first website to pop up. We have excellent SEO, so feel free to check us out. So here we can see no M5 entry. Then we go down to the M2. M2 is the time frame that I took my entry on. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, there was an M1 entry as well. We'll go over that. So this was the entry here. Okay, risking 1%, and I'm looking to collect about 6.74%. Right, my target is simply based on, so my entry was based on the M2. All right, target is still going to be based on the macro M15, of course. Right, and we're just looking for price to run into this swing low. Right, we've already tagged into the candle itself. We haven't quite, swept that low. But if we do end up building liquidity within this area, okay, hopefully we get a second wind to the downside. I'll be out here and maybe I'll leave a runner. So we'll see, right? So that is a breakdown of the NASDAQ, right? That's my trade for today on the NASDAQ. Now let's get into my trade for today on SPX 500 or US 500, and then we'll get into US 30. Because as you guys saw earlier, we did take trades on all three. Absolutely beautiful. These were all posted to Instagram. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already. All right, let's get back into it. And there we go. All right, so S&P 500. As you guys can see, this is pretty much identical, right? Now, NASDAQ coming this close to target and playing around makes me a little nervous. Not gonna lie to you guys. We're still going to leave the trade. It follows our rules. We have no reason to touch the investment. We allow it to play through. But the NASDAQ doing something like this makes me a little nervous. However, the S&P 500, this is gonna hit target. So I know that the NASDAQ 100 is gonna hit target as well, right? I just love how the S&P moves. To me, the S&P 500 is the best index asset to trade, in my opinion, right? I'm not saying there aren't other great, indices to trade. I'm not saying that, US30 doesn't produce wild results. I'm not saying that the NASDAQ 100 doesn't produce excellent results, but S&P 500, this is my asset of choice every single time. And as you guys can see, we're on the TikTok live. Not only did we call it out this morning, but we're getting closer and closer to target. Right? We're getting closer and closer to target. Let's go ahead and break this down. So this is our buy side sweep of liquidity here. Now, as you guys can see, we were already looking for a possible buy side liquidity sweep here, right? And you guys may hear some people on my team, they're moving around, but it's all good. So we did have a buy side liquidity sweep here, but just like the NASDAQ market, no reaction on the micro time frame. So no sell entry was taken just yet, right? Price continued to move to the upside, right? We have a swing high here. So we have a swing high here. Price sweeps that swing high, right? And then we took an entry because we had a reaction on the lower time frame. Now, today within the S&P market, my entry was taken on the M1 time frame. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and break this down. As you guys were able to see earlier, the before screenshot is here because I know that we have new people joining in on YouTube Live and on TikTok Live, right? So the before screenshot is right here on SPX 500, right? And now we're pretty much, nearing target, as you guys can see. Well, as you guys will see in just a second. So let's go ahead and pull the charts back up. Here we go. Perfect. All right, so my entry was taken on the M1 time frame. I am not always looking to take an entry on the M1 time frame, but when it sets up, right, and if it follows all of my entry rules, I take it. Right? So here on the M1 time frame, okay, this is where I took the entry for the short position. All of my confluences were met. My entire trading strategy had checks next to all the boxes. Buy side sweep of liquidity, lower time frame reaction, micro time frame reaction, inefficient pricing was offered to shift in the momentum of the market, right? And a continuation, right? Everything flowed to the T. This was an absolutely beautiful trade. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, we're good. Right? So after price reacted here, all right, then we had the sell-off. Now, I know we are coming very, very close to the times where we don't trade, all right? These are the rules that we have for a reason. So if the entry would have taken place, okay, after this vertical line that you guys are seeing there, all right, then no entry would have been taken. All right, we simply would have just skipped past the trade. We wouldn't have taken it. Now let's go ahead and move into the asset that everyone has been wanting me to analyze and to break down. Let's go ahead and move into US30, the big boy. All right. So on US30, you're going to notice something a little different, right, than the other two assets that we just broke down. On the NASDAQ 100, right, we saw a sweep of liquidity. SPX, we also saw a sweep of liquidity. Here, you don't quite see the sweep of liquidity, do you? So you may be wondering, why was I looking for sells? Well, if you want to know the answer to that question, right, you're going to have to purchase the index course so you can have access to 2.0. Because within the index course 2.0 coming out later this year, you're going to be trading US30 like a pro. What you guys are seeing on this screen right here, like on the actual computer screen within this screenshot, right, of the index course, is my actual SNP500 trade setup, right? So the first index course is going to teach you everything you need to know about the S&P market and how to trade it. 2.0 is going to teach you everything you need to know about US30 market and how to trade it, right? And then you can also use, both of them for NASDAQ 100. All right. Now, to be honest, this is asking US30, a lot right now. I'm not saying price is necessarily going to push all the way into this region here, right? But you definitely have three different options as it relates to targets, Joanna, right? So you could target this area here, this swing low here, okay, this swing low here, or this swing low here, right? So either one of those would be decent. This would be, of course, the most guaranteed, okay, or the highest probability of, actually hitting your target. But let's go ahead and break down this move. So we'll go ahead and go to the M5 time frame, okay, where this entry was actually taken. US30, I love the M5 entries. I love the M5 entries. They're absolutely beautiful, okay, especially if they follow all of our rules, okay? The rules being within the index trading course that you guys are seeing right here at mactradingacademy.com. All right. So this was our entry here. Okay, our entry model formed. We got into the market. Price pushed to the downside. We consolidated a little bit around break even, okay, around our entry. And now we are slowly creeping into profit, right? I mean, this isn't much from the screenshot that you guys saw over here, okay, at the beginning of the live. I mean, we're pretty much still consolidating around break even, just a little bit in profit. But, it's the market. We can't push it. We just have to make smart investments and allow it to do its thing, right? So those are all of our trades from this morning within the index market. US30, definitely one of my favorites, but you just can't go wrong with S&P, right? We're almost to target on the S&P as well. We're very, very close to target on NASDAQ as well. Right, we're very, very close to target on these trades. And remember, they were called out on TikTok Live. If you joined in earlier around lunchtime, around 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right, you were able to catch these trades right along with me because I told you guys exactly what my team and I were looking for. Remember, we almost have 5 years within the markets, okay, 5 years of active trading within the markets and over 10,000 hours. Right? So this is very, very straightforward for us at this point. And, you know, between myself and all of my team members, okay, you know, we have, I don't want to say too much, but we have pretty close to, you know, 7 figures assets under management. So we're going to keep pushing. And this is the exact strategy that we utilize with that capital. So you guys might as well do the same. Very, very straightforward trades. This will be a 6.74% gain. SNP500 not producing as much today as NASDAQ. Usually it's flipped. Okay, usually NASDAQ is producing something like 3.5%, and S&P produces something like, you know, 6-7%. But today it's flipped, so we're only looking for about 3.5% from the NASDAQ, and then US30 we're looking for about 2.3% at our first target, which is here. So 2.3%. So I mean, all in all, we're looking at a very, very, you know, very, very decent day. Yeah, we're looking at close to, you know, close to 13%, 12, 13%. So it's not bad. And remember, all of these were called out live, guys. Right? This is not after the fact. This is not us back testing, right? Like, this stuff was called out live. The easiest way to be able to see what trades I'm in as soon as possible. Okay. The easiest way, okay, for you guys to see, you know, this stuff take place is to follow me on Instagram at Trillionaire Mac. Okay, if you follow me on Instagram, you're going to be able to see what trades I'm in, because I post them as, like, literally as soon as I take the trade or as soon as it starts pushing in profit, I post, right? And you guys are going to be able to see those screenshots. So my Instagram, I mean, those of you on YouTube, you guys already know. But those of you on TikTok, you guys may not know. Right? So this is my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram and watch my stories. I literally post my trades every single day on my Instagram stories. I don't post all too much on my actual feed, but I'm getting better. So you guys can, you know, start, like, get to know me and things like that. So follow me on Instagram. Do you guys have any more questions before we log off on TikTok or on YouTube? I mean, this was really for TikTok, but YouTube, I definitely wanted you guys to have the breakdown as well. And then we will do a proper breakdown, and I'll upload these as individual videos for you all, so you guys can have something to study and download. But with that being said, it was a pleasure hopping on live with you guys for about an hour or so. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram. Feel free to DM me on TikTok, YouTube. You guys already know how to contact me. Make sure you guys click the link in my bio in order to join in on my free Telegram community, where I send out these types of analysis, you know, every now and then for you guys. And then you guys can also join in on my daily analysis group if you want this type of information on a daily basis. Like, literally right after I get off of this, I'll be doing a webinar with everybody within the Telegram community, and we will be, you know, answering questions, breaking this down, things like that. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Much love. Peace out. All right, TikTok is out. YouTube, I'm about to shut you guys down in just a second as well. We're just ending TikTok right now. All right, YouTube, I'm out. Much love, guys. Peace.